Hello everybody, Jonathan Wolf here, and welcome back to a brand new RetroAchievements Mastery playthrough. Today, we're mastering Castlevania again, but this time on the Game Boy Advance. So yes, today we're going to be mastering the classic NES series Castlevania on Game Boy Advance, which, yeah, basically similar to Virtual Console at this point. Before Virtual Console was even a thing, Castlevania, or Nintendo released some of their games on the GBA, or some of their NES games on the GBA, which include games like Mario 1, Zelda 1, I want to say Excitebike, and Castlevania. And just like the NES set, we do have achievements for the GBA version. Now, that being said, when it comes to the achievements of this version, we have a very similar situation to Toy Story 2, where we have very similar achievements, but not every achievement is returning from the previous, from the NES version. Since, just to mention right now, the NES version has 74 achievements, while the GBA version has 26. And yeah, this overall is going to be a more relaxed version compared to the NES set, but not that relaxed, because let's just say that we have to do a challenge run that is going to either make or break this entire experience. But yeah, with that in mind, let's just get this show on the road, since, you know, later down the road, we're going to have to do the Famicom version, and yeah, we're just going to have to do it all over again. Except not really, well, kinda, but we'll get to it eventually. Alright, but yeah, here we go. With that in mind, let's just get this show on the road, and hopefully not get stuck on this game for the rest of, for more than 4 hours, I hope. But yeah, with that said, 3, 2, 1, vámonos. And oh my god, again? Wow, that is a... Okay, so that's a common thing, that the music just dies. Okay, cool. Nice. Very nice. I love it. Alright, so here's the deal. So in Castlevania 1, first of all, we got Morningstar. That is awesome. So, first of all, in Castlevania 1, or the NES version of Castlevania 1, we had different challenge runs that we had to basically perform in order to get the full mastery. Which, well, by the time I'm streaming this, you're not going to see the challenge runs because the videos are not up yet. I actually still need to upload them to the archives channel, actually. And, oh no. Stop in the name of Belmont. That's pretty good. But yeah, in the NES version, we had 3 different type of challenge runs. Or, well, technically 4, but one of them was just a no continue playthrough. But basically... Ow. But basically, the first challenge run was to basically uncover and hit all items. So, for example, uncovering items like this will basically grant you achievements. And yeah, you basically had to destroy every candle, which, for the most part, it was completely doable, except for the beginning of stage 5, where you basically had to bring an axe from the previous level. Otherwise, you couldn't get it. You couldn't get the achievement. The next challenge was a sub-weapons only challenge, where you basically had to use sub-weapons to damage enemies. And finally, we have the third challenge run, which is beat the game using only the whip. You are not allowed to use any sub-weapons of any kind. And, well, that's basically what we're doing today, because for the GBA version, the only challenge run we have to do is to essentially complete the game using only the whip. And, yeah, I mean, that's basically all we have to do. We just have to beat the game using the whip. We also have a... what's it called? We also have a beat the game without using that, because I actually do like the NES version. I mean, just to jump the gun, I give it a 9 in terms of quality, but the reason I give it a 9, not a 10, is because because some of the achievements were just very obnoxious. Specifically, certain boss achievements. Oh, well, there you go. Specifically, certain boss achievements and some sub-weapon only achievements, which, yeah, they were very annoying. Because, you know, you always had the fear of running out of hearts, and you had to essentially just forfeit the run, because even if you die, if you fail the challenge, you have to restart the entire level, which is very annoying. So besides the sub-weapon only achievements, we have an achievement for picking up every single sub-weapon in the game, which we're not going to do until we get to the second run. I mean, I did get the knife and the stopwatch, but those are just... I just wanted to get them out of the way. But then we have the other miscellaneous achievements. The first one is to find every pork chop in the game. Like so. And... okay, hang on, I gotta focus here. 1, 2, 3. Jump. Whip twice. Does it count if I get this? No, it doesn't. I thought it could, but no. But yeah, we gotta get every pork chop. We gotta find all 3 moais in one session, which we can only do by accessing the second quest, which, yeah, we will get to it. And then we have, of course, beat every boss whip only. Which for Medusa is very easy. This room, I would say. Because, yeah, that pork chop is basically useless. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped. Be gone, foul beast. Alright. Don't touch me. Annoying bird. I'm the great Simon. Alright. Whee! So yeah, because we have to do a whip-only challenge, we can just basically ignore everything in the levels and just make our way to the end. That's the beauty of having challenge runs, because you know you can basically ignore everything. And why didn't you jump down? You were supposed to do that. But yeah, if I had to compare... But yeah, going back to the Toy Story 2 comparison, if I had to compare this set... Or this set would basically be the equivalent of the Toy Story 2 set. Or the N64 version of the Toy Story 2, since we have less achievements to work with. And, you know... And, you know, we don't have to do some convoluted challenge runs like how we do on the NES version. Alright. So let's... Yeah, let me cheese this. There you go. And yeah, unlike the NES version where you must defeat the NES version where you have to collect the orb, you actually get the whip only achievement after you defeat the boss, which is pretty good. Alright, worst stage of the game. I'm dead. Yep. Oops. That's what I get for being hasty. Alright. Oh, don't even. Yeah, I don't... Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay. Alright. Let's... focus. Have the fish jump out of the water. Don't. Okay. So yeah, when it comes to the whip only challenge, I'm dead. Yep. When it comes to the whip only challenge, this is what I would say is the first hard stage of the game. Simply because Frankenstein is a complete bitch to kill. And I might as well just get the game over just for the sake of it. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do this game whip only and no continues. Let's freaking go. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. Especially considering that we gotta fight death, so. And I can beat death whip only, but I cannot do it consistently, that's the thing. Alright, so now we got the Fleaman Bridge, which is very easy. Now, even though this game is on the GBA, I do not notice any screen crunch. I mean, yeah, I do feel that Simon or the screen is a bit closer. Also, we don't see the doors, but I don't know. There's something about, I don't know. Out of the GBA re-releases that I've experienced, this one is not as bad as others. I mean, it's not as bad as the advanced games. I can tell you that right now. Especially advanced. Actually, all advanced games are pretty bad when it comes to this. All right. So that's it. So that's the second pork chop achievement. And now it's time to die, because now we have good old Frankie. Oh god. Okay. Let's go. Yes! I did it! First try. Yeah, because usually this fight is either it goes very well or very badly, because it's all because of Igor. But yeah, thank God we did it first try, because yeah, for this fight, my biggest advice is to just try to tank it. Just try to tank it. Although, if you think you're gonna win in a battle of attrition, you're gonna lose. Also, okay, no. I thought my overlay was covering the game, but no, it doesn't. I mean, believe it or not, I literally created this overlay, like, today, so... And I did that by taking a screenshot of the GBA screen and just made it on Photoshop. Because yeah, compared to NES, the screen covers more. All right, let's get the 1-up because I don't want to freaking die. I mean, I'm gonna die to death. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm gonna die to death. If I can miraculously do this on the first try, I'm going to be incredibly impressed. Yep. Okay, bye. Go, 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 go. Ooh, that was close. Alright, get out of here, blood skelly. The blood skeleton. Skellington. Alright. So for this, just go up, jump, and you'll avoid that guy. Which has a bit of V-Sync tearing. I love it. Nice. That's gonna be a good practice for the hall. The hardest part of the game. No questions asked. Okay, I don't need to get this, but I'll get it for the achievement. Okay. I remember a pair of videos from a long time ago by a YouTuber called Stampy where he and discuss how they will do in each other's adventures. I don't know what that's referencing. Alright. Ooh, that was close. Okay. No. Good. Alright, here we go. Alright, I've done this before. Okay, let's not jinx it. Alright, death whip only. Oh no! Oh, I should have jumped. I should have jumped. Oh god, what the hell was that sound? I could have just... Oh, I got a 1-up, nice. I could have just got a game over and just played the stage normally with the holy water. And oh god, what a waste. Okay, hang on. Since I didn't get it, might as well just do this. Oh my god. Oh, damn it. Oh, God. Oh, no. Yeah, I got screwed up. But yeah, death whip only. I mean, I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Hardest part of the game. Oh wow! Imagine I got that on the hall above me. That would have been awesome. Yeah, okay. And there it is. I got a game over. Yeah, I was not surprised if I was not gonna make this without using a continue. It would have been sick as hell if I managed to beat this. Oh my god. If I managed to beat the game whip only and no continues, that would have been sick. But alas, it didn't happen. Which is funny because the stage itself is honestly not that hard. Once you know how every enemy works, the stage the stage before death is very easy compared to death himself. But what makes death hard is the spawn of the sights. That's the hard part. Not to mention that there's a bit of a delay when it comes to swinging the whip. Like, it's not instantaneous. It's not like Ninja Gaiden where when you attack, you immediately, damn it. When you immediately attack, you know, something comes out. Or it's like a frame one attack, you know? Because for Simon, he has to swing the whip. Ow. Okay. Also, if I'm not reading chat, it's because my chat window in in my computer is actually bugged out, so I have to read from my phone. So this version have similar achievements to the OG, and does it have unique achievements of its own? I just got in after I saw you, right? So I missed a small bit of the beginning. Compared to the NES, yeah, the GBA version has less achievements. It's a case similar to Toy Story 2 on the N64, where we do have challenges from the PS1 version on the N64. Well, in this case, the NES on the GBA, but overall, the GBA is a more simple version because when it comes to returning achievements, the only achievements are beating the game without using a continue, beating the second quest, and then beating every stage whip only. So you're not allowed to use sub-weapons. And as for exclusive achievements, the Moai heads got combined into one achievement, and there's also an achievement for getting every pork chop in the game. So that's basically when it comes to the exclusive achievements for the GBA version. How do you put an NES game on the GBA? With black magic. I mean, it's pretty easy, all things considered. Or the porting it shouldn't be that difficult because it's literally the exact same game. Oh my god. Damn it. Oh wow, I got a crit. I got a critical hit, nice. So yeah, for those who don't know, this game has a bit of an interesting quirk where if you hit an enemy, like I believe the same frame it hits you, you will do a critical attack, which I believe is a one-shot for most enemies, and I want to say like half health for late-game bosses. So for example, if you use a critical hit on the Phantom Bat, you'll kill it in one hit. Which is pretty awesome. Wow, I actually cannot believe I did that. That's pretty good. Back off. Back off, foul beast. Alright. Oh my god. Nice. Yeah, I'm dead. Never give up. Trust your instincts. Yes! Give me the orb. Yeah, because if you don't grab the orb, even if you kill Death, you can still die, so... Oh man, that was awesome. Alright, we got it. Very quickly, actually. So is the crit system exclusive? No, the crit system is a thing in Castlevania 1 as a whole. So it works on the NES. It works on, well, as you clearly saw, it works on GBA, and it sure work on the Famicom version. All right, time for the bridge. Which, yeah, this one is gonna be kind of annoying because. Oh my god, that was close. Because for some reason, and I don't know why, but they decided to combine both the Clock Tower and Dracula's battle into one, which is very annoying. And I say very annoying, and that is because... Oh, good, we got a 1-up. And that is because I did learn, when I first mastered this game, that if you get a game over on Dracula, you cannot get the achievement. To get the final whip only achievement, which, yeah, that's a bit of a, I would say that's a bit of a misfire, if you ask me. Simply because they should have separated it. They should have separated it just like the NES version. Alright, here we go. Final boss, which, yeah, just like the NES version. Oh my god, I missed both hits. Nice. Just like the NES version. Yeah, phase 1 is the hardest because he can literally teleport into you, and I'm gonna get hit. Yep. I missed. So, fun fact, this was actually the first version of Castlevania I mastered on my personal account. And yeah, you would believe my frustration when it came to doing Death Whip only. I don't know why I did this version first. Maybe it's because it had less achievements, so I wanted to try something more simple. Oh, damn it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I started with this. I mean, I later went back to the NES and Famicom version because you know, I've been on a Castlevania mood as of late, or ever since this year, to be completely honest. You know, ever since Belmont's Curse got announced, I've been playing Castlevania non-stop. I mean, I did mention this in the Slideverse stream, but I mastered like around 8 Castlevania games, like almost back to back. Although granted, 3 of them are Castlevania 1, so. But yeah, I mastered Lament of Innocence. That was my first Castlevania mastery, also. But yeah, it was Lament of Innocence, Dracula X Chronicles, Symphony of the Night, after 3 years of putting it on and off. Rondo of Blood. All 3 versions of Castlevania 1, which we are doing right now. What else? Oh wow, that was interesting. And I cannot remember the other one. The other version. Hey, there we go. And yeah, for some reason you actually get the achievement after you defeat phase 1. Alright, Cookie Monster, let's go. Oh, pfft, nice. Alright, so the strategy is crouch in front of... Why are you high jumping? Maybe I should keep my distance from Cookie Monster. So yeah, as you saw, when I do that, I basically destroy... Oh, kinda. Most of the time, I destroy the fireballs when they spawn. And there we go. Imagine I died. That would have been awesome. And there it is. Christopher B. I love it. And wow, 36 minutes. That is not... That is not a... oh, I also mastered Castlevania 4. That's the other game I mastered as well. It did take me longer... it did take me longer to do this run instead of the NES run, so it wasn't that bad. Out of all the Castlevania games I've played, which one is my favorite? Out of the ones I've played, in terms of Classicvania, it's Rondo of Blood. I adore Rondo of Blood. It is, I would say Rondo of Blood is my absolute favorite Castlevania game, or Classicvania. In terms of Metroidvania, so far I'm playing through Harmony of Dissonance on my 3DS, and I'm really enjoying it, of what I think of the Metroidvania games. But so far, Harmony of Dissonance is the one I'm liking the most out of Symphony and Circle of the Moon. I'm the second R8 tuber doing Castlevania that I called Dracula Cookie Monster. I mean, that's what it is. It's a cookie monster. I forgot who was the first one to say that. I believe it was AVGN who actually came up with the Cookie Monster term, but I don't remember. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody calls second phase Dracula Cookie Monster. And yeah, ever since I heard that name, I can't unhear it, essentially. Which is really funny. Alright, so similar to Castlevania or NES version, we have to do the game without using a continue. And then we have to do the second quest, and yeah, that's basically... And yeah, once we do that, we're basically going to be done with the game. Now, we are missing certain achievements, like getting the axe, as well as getting the double and triple shot, but there's a very easy way to get the double and triple shot in this game. So, we're just going to blast our way through all of this, through stage 1, and then we're going to make it to stage 2, which we will very easily get everything we need. Alright. I have a strong accent. Oh my god. And there it is. Strike a pose. I love it. Pajama John was the one. Yeah, I think he's the only. I think he's the only RetroAchievements YouTuber that actually has done a Castlevania game. I might be completely wrong on that assumption, but yeah, I have seen his Castlevania video. Since I'm here, might as well get that triple shot. Even though I'm not gonna stick with the axe, but whatever. But yeah. With the triple shot achievement, we now have, believe it or not, 3 more achievements. We have beating the game no continues, beating the second quest, and getting the 3 Moai statues in one session, which you can only do in second quest. Because those are second quest items only. But yeah. I would say that overall, when it comes to Castlevania, without using a continue, I would honestly say this is the easiest Castlevania, or at least on the NES, to do no continues. Just because with the correct sub weapon, you can basically break the game. And by correct sub weapon, I mean the holy water. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. I almost died. Oh my god. Get the hits to build up the double shot. And you should give me a double shot. And this should give me a triple shot. So yeah, the way the double shot and triple shot work is that, I forgot the exact number, but you basically have to hit, I want to say 10, you want to hit 10 enemies or candles or whatever with your sub weapon, and then the next candle you break that has a heart will actually give you a double or triple shot, depending what you have. Now, that being said, with the holy water, you can actually get the double and triple shot very easily because the way the fire works is that it does damage every frame, and if you throw a holy water to an enemy that doesn't die in one hit, you will accumulate the hits. And you will very easily get the double shot and triple shot. For example, that ghoul enemy, you can actually throw a holy water to grind up the hits. And we're actually going to do that against Dracula as well, because you can actually do that again on Dracula. Because, yeah, I'm actually going to switch sub-weapons once I'm done with the stage 5. I mean, okay. I know that in the up right it says stage 7, but you know what I mean. The death stage, essentially. Yeah, because for some reason, when you go through a door in this game, you actually change stages, which... yeah, I don't know why that's a thing. Also, nice chest appearance. Here, have some water. Have some water. Oh, you didn't jump again. Wow. You're bugging out, man. I mean, I don't need to get it, but whatever. Have I died on this playthrough? No, I haven't. Okay. You can very clearly tell I have very good attention span. Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay, there's a 1-up. Finally get to catch one of your streams live. Been watching since the Crash Bandicoot video. Been loving them since. Hope all is well. Thank you. Everything is well. Because, you know, I can go into social media and not get spoiled by people recording Spider-Man. Because, you know, there's nothing more wonderful than anticipating a video game or a movie. But the day the game or movie releases, you have to, and you go into social media, you immediately get spoiled by either the final boss in a video game, or a very important scene in the movie that is a huge spoiler. Ugh. Yeah, I'll never forget, man. Like, the day DK Bonanza came out, when I opened YouTube on my phone, the first thing that came out was a fucking thumbnail from the final boss of the game, which is like the biggest surprise of that game. And yeah, if you've played the game, you know, I'm not gonna say it just in case, but it's really stupid. This is why I'm not a Let's Player, man. Because the last thing I want is to spoil stuff for people in the thumbnails, you know? Even though I don't do that, actually. Or when I used to do Let's Plays, oh no. When I used to do Let's Plays, when it came to the finale, I usually try to not include the final boss in the thumbnail. But yeah, but yeah, one of the bit. It really sucks the fact that if you don't want to get spoiled when it comes to video games or movies, you basically have to watch or play watch the movie or play the game like day one, you know? Which thankfully for Spider-Man, I got invited by my grandma, and for the Odyssey, which I literally went to see the day prior to Spider-Man. Yeah, I actually, my brother invited me. And in case you're wondering, yes, I love the Odyssey, and anyone who complains about the historical accuracy is a fucking idiot. Because, as far as we know, the Odyssey probably never happened. So, there you go. That's all I'm gonna say when it comes to the criticism of the movie. Or the discourse of the movie. I should not have grabbed up. Nah, whatever. You never know. You never know if Igor might get out of his thing. Also, I have no hearts. I just realized. I was gonna have to fight Frankie normally anyway. Die. I had that video recommended to me too. But yeah, I will say that, at least for me, I am thankful that I got to experience like games I was like hugely anticipating like day one, like Metroid Dread or Hollow Knight Silksong, for example. Because yeah, I'm a huge... Because yeah, as a Metroid fan, I wanted to not get spoiled by anything. Like, the day Dread came out, I literally went on a YouTube hiatus for like 3 days just so I can experience the game by myself and discover, like, you know, how to get the stuff on my own. Same with Silksong, but Silksong was more restrained. So, at least there's that. And I did have to look up some stuff for certain side quests, but besides that, the Silksong experience was 98% blind, which is a huge redemption from when I first played Hollow Knight, where I actually used a guide probably for like 50% of my first playthrough, which, yeah, I regret immensely, because Hollow Knight was such a good experience. And, you know, speaking of Castlevania, I'll basically do the same thing for Belmont's Curse when it releases, because yeah, I am hugely anticipating Belmont's Curse. I mean, finally, man, finally we got the return of Castlevania. Because yeah, I mean, I did mention when I did the NES playthrough, which I will start uploading on the archives channel starting on Monday. But before RetroAchievements, I've played every single or almost every single Classicvania, with the exception of Legends and Rondo of Blood, since, you know, I first played them on the Anniversary Collection on Switch. And, yeah. Out of all the games I've played, surprisingly, Bloodlines ended up being my favorite. Like, Bloodlines is a very good game. To the point that I would say it's my second favorite Classicvania alongside Rondo. Rondo is my favorite by a long shot. Alright, Death, you had your fun. Now it's time to cheese you. We're gonna cheese Death to death. How about that? People be like that sometimes. You want to be surprised, but they're like, hey, look at this big plot twist that you definitely wanted to be spoiled on. Yeah. That's why social media sucks. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know, like, a particular YouTube channel that is infamous for spoiling or for putting the final boss on, like, the thumbnail. And I'm not going to mention names because I'm pretty sure everybody knows what channel I'm talking about. So, yeah. But yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. Had a couple people coming into a stream I was doing a couple years ago when I was doing Symphony Blind. Okay, hang on. Never played it before. I mean that's basically what blind means. Well, duh, you know? Okay. Alright, hang on, I gotta... Nice! From the left again! Oh man, I'm getting very lucky with these bird spawns. Because yeah, usually that never happens. Alright, cool. And people came in and spoiled it, lost interest in it afterwards. I mean, I don't blame you. I really don't. Yeah, it sucks when people just spoil you. Or then again, backseating as well. I hate backseating. I hate when people backseat players. Ow. Alright, so yeah, basically, here's what I meant. That if you throw a holy water at Dracula, it will count as hits, which will give you the double and triple shot incredibly easy. And that being said, you only need the double shot for Dracula, since, you know, phase 1 is completely useless. But phase 2, you only need the double shot, because with the double shot, you can basically stun lock him to death. Ow. Alright, let me focus a bit, because I'm gonna die. And I do want to have enough lives for second quest. Even though, you know, I can get a game over in the second quest. Alright. So, holy water, jump and whip. Holy water, jump and whip. Holy water, jump and whip. And just repeat. And by doing this, you will not only kill Cookie Monster quickly, but you will basically stun lock him to death. And you only need, like, around 15 to 20 hearts to do this. Because, yeah, this is very easy. So, yeah, there you go. And there we go. Untouchable Belmont. Out of all the Castlevanias I played... Asking for non-spoiler help can be good, but just outright saying, oh, do this because I think it's better, or do this my way because your way sucks, noob, can be extremely annoying. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason as to why I don't, that's the reason as to why, so far, every single game I've mastered for this channel is a game that I have either played on my own, or it's a game that I've already mastered. Actually, no, so far, every game I've mastered on, or so far, every single game I've mastered on this channel, I don't know why I went for that. Every single game I've mastered for this channel is a game I've already mastered on my personal account. Mainly because, well, for one, it's more convenient for me, since, you know, I know what I'm doing, so the masteries will be quicker. But, it also helps that every single game I've done means that I won't be doing a blind playthrough, since, you know, there's a huge, like, I would say, magic when it comes to experiencing a game you've always wanted to play for the first time, because that was with me when I played Silent Hill for the first time, because when I played Silent Hill, the first Silent Hill for the first time, I was mesmerized by the game. Also, my cat is outside my window. You may have heard him. I think he wants to get in. Okay, hang on. I gotta let my cat in. No. Sorry about that. One of my cats was trying to get into my room. Which, yeah, if you watch the Caverns video from, my GoldenEye mastery, it was the same cat. It's the same cat that got into my room that one day. Or when I was recording. Because, yeah, I was recording, with my door open, because I was home alone. And yeah, the reason, and yeah, the reason my cat was, like, outside is because, my sister's boyfriend is here. And he gets, like, scaredy when there's people, visiting. Alright, I'm gonna die. Yes, I did. I'm a prophet, and I said that I was gonna die, so there you go. Anyway, so yeah, here's the second quest. The second quest fucking sucks. I hate this quest. This is one of the worst, New Game Pluses in any video game I think I've ever played. Simply because enemies hit like trucks, and you have to deal with terrible enemy placement that rivals the shotgunners from Tomb Raider 2. And yes, you bet your ass I'm going to keep bringing up the goddamn shotgunners from Tomb Raider 2 when it comes to terrible enemy placement. Did you know you could stun lock the second phase like that? Dude, the holy water is, like, completely goated. I mean, if you don't use the holy water, like, what are you doing? You're either playing on hard mode, or you're just too good and don't need the holy water. Although that being said, Castlevania 4 made me respect the made me respect the, what's it called? The boomerang. Because the boomerang is absolutely busted in Castlevania 4. It's so broken, it's not even funny. Alright, so stage 2. Hope you like Medusa heads, because you have to deal with them basically for the rest of the level. God damn it. I did a shortcut. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. I'm so good at this game, guys. Wow. That was pretty good. Okay. Ow. Double shot. Triple shot. And there it is. Oops. I miscounted. Oh no. Yeah, that's not unfair. We got all of the Medusa heads that time. Wow. Yippee! Alright. Medusa heads are quite the headache. Yes, they are. Yes, they freaking are. I mean, everybody has brought it up at this point, but yeah, Medusa heads are like the most annoying enemy in a Classicvania. The monkey! Alright. Oh, now I get why that thing is there. It's for the second quest. Oh my god, I forgot the Moai statue. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, I gotta do it again. Actually, no, I cannot. I can just get it on the next loop, maybe. Okay, crouch over here. Yeah, oh my god. I forgot the Moai statue in the last stage. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, because there was a Moai statue in the room I skipped. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that. Okay. Maybe we can salvage it. So once we beat the game, we'll actually begin, I guess, like a third quest, which is basically the second quest, but the stage number is increased, which that is the only thing different from it. But I hope that we can get the Moai achievement without the need to replay the stage. Actually, wait. I almost missed the third Moai statue. Yeah, because the third guy is right here. And... okay. I got the achievement, but... yeah, I very clearly did not get all 3 Moai statues, and also you have to uncover them. You don't need to collect them. So it's not like the NES version. Okay, that's actually, I forgot that was a thing. All right, please let's not die, because I really want to. What's with the distorted sound? That's weird. I mean, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why I got the achievement. Oh my god, that Medusa head was gonna kill me. Alright. Alright, cool. I mean, just to show you. I mean, I guess I could show you, but, okay, where is it? Here it is. So, alright, hang on. Hang on. Okay, so just to show you real quick. Yeah, here's a little sneak peek from my NES playthrough. So yeah, basically, in order to spawn the first Moai, you have to jump like in the area with the first moving platform, and that's how you get the first Moai statue. So, but yeah, I don't know why it what's the word? I don't know why it gave me the achievement when I clearly didn't uncover the first one. So that is very weird. Alright, worst stage of the game. Let's go. Yeah, this stage fucking sucks in second quest, to the point that I will gladly grab the stupid, or the stopwatch. No, the stopwatch is not stupid. The stopwatch is good. Why did I get an axe? Oh my god. Thank you, game. And that's why the stage sucks, because you get fish up your ass. Kinda literally, which is kinda disgusting. And because I died, I am now choking like a mother trucker. It's kinda embarrassing. Really? Yeah, that's another thing. These bats are fucking annoying. Well, fuck you too, game. Well, fuck you too. But yeah, this room, this freaking room, just this room is literally the worst thing in this entire game. In the entire second quest, which basically comes to prove that Konami simply did not care when making the second quest. Just because of how ungodly annoying and straight up unfair this thing is. Especially this part. This part fucking sucks. Because if you don't have the stopwatch, you're basically dead. Because the moment you cross the candles, you'll get a fishman up your ass. Damn it. Nope. I tried. I tried. Oh my god. Oh my god, of course. Of course I make it that time. I hate you, game. Also, I just realized, this is my first GBA mastery, so... Yeah. Very, very awesome occasion. I'm mastering an NES game as my first GBA game. That is pretty cool. That is pretty funny. Oh my god, Frank, why are you being so annoying? Okay, thank god I did it first try. Strike a pose. But yeah, this stage is the absolute worst. I hate this level to death. Those fishmen are as cheap as the Cheep Cheep from... Oh yeah, the Mario 1 bridge levels, yeah. Like, speedrunning those levels are good. I actually really do like those levels, but having to do, like, specific, like, things in them, like, you know, getting the coin achievements in Mario 1... Yeah, those levels are just straight up... Those levels are just infuriating as hell. Especially since, you know, unless you're in the air, you cannot, the fish will basically kill you even at your feet, which is just stupid. Now, thankfully, once we get to stage 5, the second quest bullshit will basically be over, because now stages 5 and 6 stages 5 and 6 are basically the exact same as how they are in the first quest. So yeah, we don't have to worry about oh, stupid of me. We don't have to worry about bullshit enemy placements. So, hooray! Now it's a hopefully smooth path to the end. Alright, hang on. This guy's always a nuisance. And oh my god, don't climb the ladder, Simon. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Actually, let me get the triple shot. Oh my god. Okay, I can afford getting hit once. In order to heal to full health. Because yeah, the pod roast gives you, or the wall meat gives you 6 points of health. So, and enemies in this game enemies in this level, or enemies in this level and the second quest do 4 hits of damage. So 4 hits and you're dead. So yeah, that's cool, I guess. I just phase through the tower. I love it. Yeah, I did mention this in the NES version, but when an enemy is being hit by the holy water flame, they're basically, you can actually pass through them. So you can actually make this hallway even more easier. So, yeah. Alright. I am not gonna chance it on you, Mr. Reaper. Like how I did on the, like how I did on the... on the NES version, because, yeah, I fucked up the pattern and I almost died. So... And yeah, that was scary. Because, you know, fighting death with the cross is... I mean, it's doable, but... I would say that you use the cross to get rid of the... to get rid of the... What's it called? Oh, get away. To get rid of the sights. More than deal damage to death. Well, fuck you too, asshole. Of course. I should have hit him. Ah, oh, damn it. Yeah, I should have struck that to stall him. Or stagger him. And you were supposed to be a... fucking... Oh my god, whatever. Okay, there it is. Should I go for the wall meat? Well, actually, yeah, I should go for it since I'm gonna freaking die. Nice! Wow, I got lucky again. That is awesome. Dude, I'm telling you, the stopwatch in the stage, completely goated. Absolutely goated. Alright. Final battle. Oh god. So yeah, when he appears, just only strike him once because he can delay his cloak opening. And he will basically get hit for no stupid reason. You bastard. Our series, Castlevania, mastered in just 1 hour and 22 minutes. That is pretty good. And there we go. that is it for Castlevania on the Game Boy Advance. And, yeah, I mean, I did say my opinions of the NES version when I did that game, which funny enough, I actually mastered it, yesterday when the Slideverse video went up, which is very fitting. And yeah, Castlevania 1, it is still a classic. Definitely one of my favorite games on the NES. Although a part of me does prefer Castlevania 3. I will say that Castlevania 3 is definitely my favorite of the NES trilogy. But yeah, Castlevania 1 is still a good game overall. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here because, yeah, if I reset, there's basically no music. So, to quickly go over the set, I don't have my spreadsheet open. I am very professional. That is awesome. I don't have my spreadsheet open because I am very professional. Let's freaking go. Alright. So, in terms of... to quickly go through the sets, because I'm not gonna spend too much time on the set reviews. In terms of quality, I'll give this a... Actually, should I give it a 6? Actually, wait, hang on. You know what? I'm gonna surprisingly give it a 7. I was thinking of giving it a 6, mainly because the only challenge run you have to do is the whip-only challenge. However, because we have certain exclusive achievements, like getting the Moai statues in one go, and the pork chops, and also you get an achievement for every sub-weapon you collect, which is not the most innovative thing, but it's still something different from the NES version. I'll give it the extra points and actually bump it out to a 6, or to a 7, I would say. In terms of difficulty, I would honestly give this a 6. And the reason as to why is because whip only is really not hard except for the Frankenstein and Death boss fights. Every single stage is completely doable with the whip, with the only difficult part being the Hall Before Death and the Clock Tower, because you basically have to be lucky with the bird spawns in order to make it past the Clock Tower and get to the Grand Staircase. But yeah, overall, and besides the whip only playthrough, the only difficult part about this set is the second quest, simply because the enemy spawns of the second quest are just not good. I mean, because yeah, like I said, once we finish with stage 4, the game basically goes back to how it is in the first quest, because stages 5 and 6 are basically the exact same as the first quest, which again comes to show that Konami basically gave up with this game, or with the second quest. Maybe because they thought that nobody would be this stupid to actually attempt the second quest, but you know, we have to do it for the mastery, so there you go. And as for fun, I mean, this is still Castlevania 1. It is still a great game. And despite the fact that I gave the NES version a 9, mainly because of the different challenge runs and also the entertainment in discovering like new ways of dealing with every single hazard in every stage, I'm actually going to give it an 8. Surprisingly. The reason it's not a 9 or a 10 is because I feel that they should have added at least like some extra achievements, like boss challenges, which, now that I say that out loud, if they brought back the Pride of Frankenstein achievement where you have to hit Igor 10 times before you kill Frankenstein, I would have cried myself to sleep. And as for the Hearts achievement, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be no surprise, but I'm giving it to whipping through the dungeons for beating stage 5 without beating stage 5, aka the death stage, without using using the whip or using only the whip. But yeah, with that in mind, that is it for Castlevania 1 on the NES, or Castlevania on the NES on the GBA. There you go. That's how you put it. So, that being said, we're not done with Castlevania yet, because next time we are going to be returning to Castlevania, and we're going to be mastering the Famicom version Akumaju Dracula, which, compared to the NES version, the achievement set is a more... I would honestly go ahead and say it's a more enjoyable set, although I would not give it a 10 for reasons I will explain once we master the game. And because this was a very short stream, like how long is this stream been so far? Hour and a half. Wow. Okay. Yeah. This is definitely going to be like I'm not gonna be surprised if this is my shortest stream, period. Unless I do a game that will take me like less, like an hour. Not counting like AFK time and all that stuff. Hour 22. Wait, hang on. I need to see something. Hour 22. Is this my fastest? No, it isn't. Okay. So, Alien Syndrome was faster. Because, yeah, Alien Syndrome was hour 11. So, yeah. And how was Stuart Little 2? Hour 53. Okay. So yeah, so far, Alien Syndrome on the NES is my fastest mastery, which I'm pretty sure that if I was able to do the no continue run and the whip run at the same time, I'm almost positive that this would have been a faster mastery. So, yeah, because yeah, you had to play, because if you get a game over, you got to play the game again. So that's the reason as to why. But yeah, next up we're gonna do the Famicom version, Akumaju Dracula, and then after that we are going to do some short games, and then believe it or not, we're gonna go back to a particular orange rat that I have been wanting to go back to ever since the Spyro trilogy. But I'll mention when we get to it, when the time is right. Also, if you're wondering, I'm pretty sure you're probably wondering, like, oh my god, the Castlevania video is going to be like 2 hours long, but no, it's really not going to be that long, because, truth be told, there's really nothing that much to talk about these games, especially considering how linear they are, which, you know what? After the Spyro games, and especially God of War, I'm actually very happy that Sliver's ended up being a very short video, because, yeah, I mean, just to give a reference, so far this year, how many videos I've done this year? Let me see real quick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So with this, with Castlevania, it's gonna be 14, and so out of all these videos that I've done this year, only 6 of them are hour longs. That is not as much as I thought. But yeah, I definitely need to do shorter games, or games that will be easier to make scripts on. That's basically what I'm getting at. And yeah, Castlevania is definitely going to be a very easy one, as the next 2 games I'm going to do after Castlevania, which, yeah, just to jump the gun a little bit, after we do Castlevania, we're going to do Lilo and Stitch Trouble in Paradise, which is a game that I was supposed to do back in April, but the game was getting a revision, so And, you know, considering that my anniversary of doing RetroAchievements was coming up, I had to do Spyro, so I had to delay it. But now's the time to do it. You might be wondering, why am I not doing Super Metroid, considering that the revision is done? I decided to move the Super Metroid video as the 40th mastery I do for my RetroAchievements account. So this is mastery number 34. Akumaji Dracula is going to be mastery number 35. And yeah, basically I will make Super Metroid mastery number 40. And yeah, after that, we do 9 more games. And then for mastery number 50, I'll do a Pokemon game. And I'm very terrified because I have not played a Pokemon game since 2016. 10 years ago. Yes, I am dead serious. All right. And yeah, after Lilo and Stitch, I'm going to do Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. Only the PlayStation version, because the Dreamcast version basically got erased. But I've been wanting to do that game for a while now, so I'm just going to do the PS1 version because I have no idea when we will get a Dreamcast set for that game. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was a very short stream. This feels very weird. Like, I feel we should move on to Akumaji Dracula just to get something, but no. I think I'm gonna do... I don't know if I'm gonna do... I don't know if I wanna... Or I don't know if I'm going to stream or if I want to stream tomorrow. I think what I'm gonna do is... It's either gonna be tomorrow or on Monday, and... Depending how I do, I'll probably master the game on that day, although I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do it, but I guess I'll see. I will make up crap as I go. That's how we roll in this house. So there you go. All right, that's enough. I'm out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this RetroAchievements Mastery video. Just do whatever you feel is best for you. But I don't wanna. You're supposed to make me. That's your job, right? As the viewer. That's how it works, right? I don't know. I'm new to this stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this RetroAchievements Mastery playthrough. I'm Jonathan Wolf, and I will see you all in my next RetroAchievements Mastery stream playthrough. Whatever. I have no idea. I need to find new ways to end these streams quicker. Later, Retro Achievers, and take it easy.